You know, I can't help it. I'm smiling every time I see the big countdown. I start smiling. You know, it's the little things in life that, get me a little excited. So, but sometimes it's the big things in life that get me excited. So, I'd like to welcome everyone to episode 130. Oh, no, that's 30 people watching. No, 118. I'm got ahead of myself there. So, show 118. Lots still going on. So I'd like to thank Blue. Thank you, first of all, for joining us on the show today. Nice as my guest.
You're welcome, honey.
Our co-host, whichever you want to be, whichever she wants to be for the day. She may be a co-host, or she's maybe a guest, or maybe she don't show up. Maybe all those.
It's possible. Anything's possible.
Anything's possible. So thanks for everybody watching. We see Tara over here. Sandy, thank you for joining us. Roger. Michael, thank you for joining us. Trevor, 619. Red, thank you for joining us. Canuck Gal, hey, Canuck Gal, you got on just a regular live chat with us. So this would be the next step. Don't be scared. Send me a message on Telegram. We'll take you to the next step. You don't even have to turn your camera on. You can just join us. So, hey, welcome. Thank you for coming on Canuck Gal, watching. Degs, thanks for watching. Eddie, got old Skulls. He's in here watching. I've been talking to him some today. Red, look at Dabs gives a fork. I do give a fork. Udan, thanks for watching. Alban, I'll need to send Alban a link. I'll send him a link in just a second. Asha, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. I was looking to make sure I haven't missed anybody. Doug is over here. Sharon was watching us. So I think I've caught up with everybody. So he's always early. And Bass was watching. He was watching some of my videos today and said he was waiting, counting down the time. Brown, thank you for watching. Seth, Shinobi. So we got a lot of the regular people, of maybe a few new people. Hopefully, Trooper, thank you. Yep, hit the thumbs up, tell your friends, subscribe, share, like, all that stuff,
TK's in there too.
Yep, TK. Yep, TK. Thank you for joining in there. So I will send the link to Alban in just a minute. And so, babe, how are you doing while I'm doing that?
Good. Excited to put my bed together, but good.
Oh,
got all the pieces. I got to put together the frame. I'm excited about it. I like building shit.
Yeah, you like all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
So then I can just do nothing. I'm gonna be just
pretty much.
I'm gonna be just a guy. I'll probably get old and fat.
It'll be like, oh, we got a leaky faucet. I'll be like, don't worry, honey, I'll fix it. You just sit there and drink your beer and enjoy your sandwich.
Yeah, hopefully you're making some sandwiches because Griff was worried about that.
Yeah, I know Griff's worried about that. Don't worry, Griff.
She's got it.
I'm all over it.
I haven't had this in a while. The 1516, which is
strong, eh?
It's stronger, and I haven't had it in a while. And that first pull. Okay.
Yeah, Hummingbird's like Coors Light, and that's more like a half-assed Guinness, as far as strong wise compared to
it's got a little bit. It definitely got some more bite to it.
And you're going to be drunk after too, which will be a blast.
No, I'm not going to be drunk. We're pumping the brakes.
We'll see about that.
Doug and Marvin, heavy metal up in the house. Oh, yeah, lots of people in here. Hopefully, some other people jump in here. I've been trying to get myself out in a lot of different places where I got on Reddit more than what I've normally, because I would read a little bit of Reddit, but didn't ever get on Reddit much, because a lot of times I find trolls, people tend to get a little bit brave and will just people get a little fired up on Reddit. So
the Kodi threads on Reddit can be nasty.
Yeah, sometimes. So I got out there on some of those platforms. Hey, Alban, how are you?
What's up, guys? How you doing?
So, Alban, you ready for your section of the show? You got your whole segment ready?
No.
Okay. Oh, good. That's good.
There wasn't much on the Plex end. I don't think. I don't know what to do with myself. I still haven't even loaded Kodi 19 yet.
Don't rush.
I blame Blue. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and you know what's really funny, Aubin? I got a new phone yesterday, and so I was setting everything up, and normally I have a crap load of my notifications turned off, but I didn't have any of my notifications turned off, and it seems like about every 10, 15 minutes maybe, Plex pops up with a, Aubin's just added this, Aubin's just added this. I swear to God, every 10 minutes, it's a new pop-up. I'm like, my God, he wasn't kidding.
It's insane, right?
I had to turn my notifications off.
Oh
I'm like,
my gosh,
I'm trying to work here.
It's so bad. It really is.
Sonar and radar, like, I mean, it's not you, like, it's just they're popping up, and it's hilarious.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It was just funny.
All right, so I'll go with red today. I'm gonna go with blocks.
Oh, okay, cool.
Like they're all.
I like bubble. All right,
Maybe
so we'll go with
I like the bubble.
Computer.
What?
They look orangey to me, but it could just be the computer.
Yeah, it's a little bit. I was like just messing with the color.
Exciting, honey. Very exciting.
Yeah.
Okay, let's kick her off. Come on now.
So
quit messing around. Let's get at her.
All right. So here we go. Let's start on with the mass chaos that has been the week of Matrix release, which I warned everybody, warned you and warned you and warned you. And I'm sorry that my following is this big compared to the rest of everybody else's. And I warned you, and I even talked in caps on Twitter, and Blue yelled at me. So tried to get people to turn off auto updates. Please turn off auto updates. And oh my gosh, the forums, the threads, the tweets.
Every time.
And it is and this is worse because in the past when 17 went to 18, 16 went to 17, there was some small changes. But for the most part, most add-ons worked, most skins worked.
Yeah. It might bust your build, but not your add-ons.
And this, we said this had to be, you had to move up to Python 3. Python 3 is a whole nother animal. It's you're moving from one language to another. Now the languages are similar, but there's a lot of things that are similar in it, but there's a lot of differences, and it doesn't necessarily convert over, because if you have some lines that are incorrect, or now that they changed the wording of it. And I actually, on the one video, I showed an expression in there, and I showed you where it was like hello world, and it was just quotes, hello world. Well, now in Python 3, it was the brackets inside the quotes, or the quotes were inside the brackets to say hello world.
Yeah, so if you're missing that, your code breaks.
Yeah, it's broken. So there was so much stuff and so I put myself on there, and then I really tried to push to make videos and find add-ons that were working, and saying, hey, these are working, at least gives you something, because I felt like at least if people had something to work with, that at least they could watch their content. And that was my purpose of trying to put myself here or there. I wasn't, and again, I had some people on Cocoscope says, well, you're just, trying to make some money or this or that. Well, Cocoscope makes me zilch, nothing. Everything that's on Cocoscope is, unless you give me a tip or a donation, which I don't accept because I don't turn that on. That's the only way you make money on Cocoscope. Memberships, stuff like that. That's how you make money off of Cocoscope. You do not make it from people watching your video. They could watch your video 100 million times and you make zilch. So putting the work in, I probably hammered out more videos this week than I had in 6 months. But hopefully people are able to understand some stuff. Fatty McBuckles says Saren seems faster on Kodi 19.
That's a good name.
And that could be, there's a couple reasons why that could be faster. There's the first reason, which Blue and I have talked about this in the past, is your build doesn't need to have every damn add-on out there. If you have 100 add-ons on it, on your build, doesn't make your build better. Actually makes it a little worse, because you have a lot of background processes that are running. So the fewer the better a lot of times. And so when you have 19, you had how many add-ons that even if you installed every single one, you got 10. I think 10 is the number.
And the other reason is I think the code's a little cleaner in 3.
And the code is better. Yep.
A little more
Python
efficient.
3. Yep, Python 3 can do some more things, can do multi-threading, I think is what I was told, that multi-threading of different things that can do multiple things at one time. Different things like that that's supposed to make it faster, and we'll see over time how fast it gets. But with 19, if you take a clean 19 and you stick on a 2 or 3 add-ons, that thing's going to be blazing. And you're going to be like, wow, 19. Well, no. Yes, 19, but also maybe because you have less stuff. You don't have a bunch of widgets going on. Maybe there's not a lot of other extra. And maybe that's why. So, yeah, it's that's some of the reasons why. I see Roger says he's been on 19 since alpha, and the add-ons don't seem to have any issues. I use
what
the add-ons I use seem to have an issue. Don't seem to have an issue. And that's, again, the limited amount of add-ons that you have. Hey, Funster. And I saw Jim popped on here, and I did see Kodi Apps jumped in here. So, and Asif. And I saw Kodi Apps jumped on here. So if any of you guys would like to be on the show to talk about some of the stuff, some experience or some things you might be working on in your projects, hit me up on Telegram, and I'll do my best to catch it and throw the link to you guys. So that there is a lot of things that's going to happen. As Jim says, and Magic Dragon posted it, and as well as a lot of add-on developers have said, they're in no hurry to get on 19. Number one, because of the mountain of work they got to do to convert it over, probably. So that's number one. Number two, we don't know, or they don't know, we all don't know what changes that Kodi's going to make in the code. And
which they will, because it never stays at like 0 for long. It's always like a week later, it'll be 19.1.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it'll be like 19.1, and then it'll be pretty quick too, because they'll fix those and like, oh.
Yeah, now that it's gone out to the masses, like it's gone out to everybody on all these different devices and stuff. Now this is when the bug finding will happen. So yeah, I don't blame a lot of developers them wanting to wait in that. I mean, they were going to write all this code and then have to friggin' fix everything again. Why not wait until it's a really suitable, stable release and then go from there?
True. And that's why I see a lot. Hey, look at Kyle's over here. So yeah, we got a lot of our people been watching or jumped on here. So thanks for you guys watching. Again, anybody wants to jump on, I will hit you guys a link here in a few minutes. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of the issues. I want to give props out to Nimsy as many times as some people don't like Nimsy for his pin add-ons and complain about it, and he doesn't seem too bothered by it. And they bitch and complain about his add-ons. That mug has busted his hump. I think he's got 6 add-ons that have been converted over to 19.
And I think they're cross playable. Like you can play them on 18 and you can play them on 19.
Yeah,
they work on both.
Wow.
So I mean, he is hammered out some work. I mean, he's got the Nemesis all-in-one is up and running. Fanime is up and running. Fight Club is up and running. Entertain Me is up and running. Exodus is up and running. And I know there's something else I'm forgetting. I'd have to look it up. But I mean, knocked them out pretty quick. I mean, he jumped on it. So props out to him, and props out to all these developers that have been, and people working on scripts. Working on scripts and modules, because it's not just one thing that needs to be fixed. Sometimes, you should knock out that add-on. What? A lot of add-ons have multiple modules and scripts.
Dependencies,
dependencies that. All right, so if I'll use Exodus forks for an example. If you ever notice when you install an Exodus, it pulls in Exodus art and Exodus module, this and that. It pulls in like 3 or 4 different things too with it. So all those have to be rewritten and written in the right code. Compatible. And so props to these guys and gals that have done it. I've only seen a few times where people bitched and said these developers are lazy.
Don't piss and moan about it. It's a big deal. This is a big deal.
Yeah. And I've only seen a few places where people have not they're like, well, they've known this is coming. So
but that's the thing is, until they get the final code, they can't prep for it. It's not like a test where they have it. Like even every reiteration of this thing from the beginning when they first released it as a nightly, It's changed so much since then. They'd have to rewrite every single time. Maybe not the entire code, but definitely portions of it. So better to wait till you actually have a good thing of it. And even then, like we said, some developers are going to wait a bit. And I think they should, because we've seen every single time Kodi releases, there's always one that follows very shortly after.
And it goes back to there's another issue. Another shoe hasn't dropped, and it drops in March. And that's TVDB has got to be taken out. Well, will most likely be taken out of all of the add-ons because it's going to a paid service.
So what though? TMDB's got all that shit anyway.
Yes, so. but there are add-ons that are written to pull from TVDB.
Yeah, but then they just got to change it to they all pretty much have TMDB in there as well.
And most of them, they should have it. So that's
all the TV shows anyway.
Yeah, they're going to have to. They're going to have to change both of those things. So I think that there's some developers are kind of waiting to see how it all plays out and trying not to get too much of a hurry. So
I'd change it anyway.
Yeah.
No, it's coming.
Oh yeah. Oh, that part. Yeah, that part you got to change. So yeah, lots of chaos. I've did a bunch of videos, and today, if I want to give up recommendations, I made 2 videos today, and I highly, highly, highly suggest you to watch both videos if you're a person that wants to install items. The first one that I did today was AFTV URL shortener, where you can take a URL and shorten it, kind of like Bitly does, but even better, because you can put a big long URL into the AFTV .news, I think, or news, and it will make it a 5-digit code. That 5-digit code can be put in any downloader, and it takes you right to the particular place, the URL. Like if you pointed it to an APK, takes you right to that APK. If you pointed it to a website, takes you right to the website. No typing in HTTP, none of that. You can just put a 5-digit code in there. Highly suggest you to watch that. Check it out. It's a tool that you're going to find a lot of uses for over time if you're messing with your device, be it a Shield, Android TV, Amazon Fire Stick, any of those things that use downloader, you'll be able to install it. The other one is I showed how to install a fork. I've seen post after post after post about people complaining, how do I get back to 19? Or how do I get back to 18? So first of all, you're never going to get back to the 18 you had prior to the 19 that just updated. Because when 19 migrated you over, you're screwed. Your 18 was screwed. So even if you roll it back, unless you backed up the settings prior, that setup is screwed. So you've got to roll back to an 18 and start with a fresh 18, be it a 18 on a build or 18 by itself.
Hopefully you had a build and you can just put it back on again.
Right. Yeah, easy. And so today I made the second video I did was on how to install fork using that URL shortener. And I made a list of APK
forks.
Well, forks and URLs, and I have it on a list. So you can put that in there and go right to that particular fork that has a built-in wizard. So if you were using Cellar Doors, for example, and you want to roll back to that, you click it, and it's going to already have his wizard already installed. Or if you're using Funster's build, you can install Funster's fork, and you will have his wizard, and you can install his build. You can have multiple builds on or multiple forks on your device. Keep it in mind, you don't want to use up too much of your space. Leave some space for your device.
If you're using it like a Fire Stick, there ain't a lot of space in there.
Right.
You don't want to have like 5 forks.
Yeah, no. Yeah, you definitely don't want to do that. So just keep in mind. So check out those 2 videos. Not to toot my own horn, but I'm telling you, those videos for people that are not super experienced in this type of stuff, they're going to find it very helpful.
I got my sister up and running, and I got my sister up and running again in 5 minutes because I forgot to tell her not to turn off Google Updates.
What a sister! You know what a sister.
She's like, "Hey, Exodus isn't working," and I'm thinking, how do you even still have Exodus? Like, what's that all about?
Yeah,
but yeah, and then like you said before too, hey Todd, like you said before, if you're 19 migrated over, first of all, all of it's not working. Best thing you can do, uninstall Kodi, and if you want to have 19 and reinstall it fresh.
Yes. Yes. Because there's going to be problems when you, when you
don't
migrate.
Just try to delete some add-ons off and put on new ones. Don't, because there's so many dependencies and shit that's left behind. Wipe it.
Yeah. Yeah. And if for you guys that are PC folks,
That's
if
easy.
you guys, have you guys ever had like went from Windows 98 to Windows XP, or what was it? Was it when it goes from one version to another? You
That's
know
really, really old. How about
Well,
8.1 to 10?
Okay, there you go. Nobody used 8.1. But say when
I did.
so when you migrate over, even on Windows, you would always have these problems, these crashes, and some of the people would tell you, wipe it and start with a fresh installation of what you're wanting to have, because there's always those ghosts in the machine when it migrates. Like Blue said, there's code issues because some of that's going to be still in Python 2, and that's going to be a problem.
Yeah. Wipe it, start fresh.
Yeah,
if you want to have new Sarin or the new any NMZ stuff, then wipe it first.
Yeah. And I did post on a thing yesterday. I think the Oath host 505 messaged me to let me know that there was people having problems that had the Oath prior, and they had the Oath in 18 and they moved to 19, and all of a sudden now it couldn't install dependencies and this and this and this. And he says they are open scrapers, I think was a problem. He said they had to uninstall the 18 Oath open scrapers and then reinstall the 19, because somehow 19 would not allow a new install because that 18 was there. And so that goes right back to what Blue's saying. When you have that hodgepodge of crap kind of all like all mixed in there, no. Swipe it, wipe it, start with a nice clean desk. You ever have a nice desk? Wipe everything off, then put your shit back, get it clean and start from that. And you'll probably find you're probably very happy with 19. My suggestion is stick to 18.
Well, you know what? Base it on this, guys. If you have a favorite add-on that you use all the time and it's not 19 compatible, then stay on 18.
Yeah.
If you don't care, and you want to try new, give her. But yeah, if you have one favorite add-on that you use all the time and it's not 19 compatible, don't upgrade. There's no point then, because you're going to be pissed off that you can't use your add-on.
Yeah.
And when I did a video last week, I did that video, Matrix, is that for you or something like that? And I asked the questions. I had like 10 questions. 5 questions if you should upgrade. These are the 5 questions you should say yes to. If you just should stay in 18, this is the 5 questions you say yes to. So between how you answered that, will tell you where you need to stay. If you're a tweaker, not like on drugs, but if you're a tweaker, you like to mess with stuff and change stuff up. Yeah, 19 might be for you. It's fun. It's frustrating. You're going to have some crashes. You're going to have some issues. But if you're that kind of person, fine. If you're one of the people that's going to have a meltdown, no, don't install.
And the thing is, like you said, too, like how you have that, the URL shortener thing is so easy. Have both. Have 18 and 19. Grab a fork of 18 and then use good 19, Kodi 19.
Yeah.
Normal.
Yeah.
And then you can play with both.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, you have your, Funster says I have my daily driver, and so I have you guys saw on the video, I had 3 forks of Kodi on my device. I had my Kodi, which was from the Play Store. I had the Blue, which was the fork of me and you, honey, and then I had Cellar Door on there. Each of them independent of each other. None of them overwritten. Yeah, and each of them had their own thing. Like Cellar Door, I was preparing for one of his videos, and I was messing around with it. Didn't mess up my other setup. So highly suggest doing that. And like Blue said, you can put 19, and there is some forks of 19 that people have been making. I didn't put any on my list. I tried to keep it just 18s right now, but I can put 19 on that list because it's pretty easy.
Yeah, I think you should put a 19 on there.
Yeah,
I think if I'm going to use 19, I'm just going to use like real 19. I don't think I'm going to use a fork for it. Not now, anyway.
Yeah. Well, I mean, some people may be like me and didn't update.
Well, I was
Or if
going
you
to
have a
say,
Fire TV, didn't update.
unless it comes like, I guess, with a updated wizard with an updated build, that might be cool instead of having to go find the URLs for repos and stuff.
Mhm.
Yep. Always clean my O'Neill add-on. So yeah, it's and Perks. No, we're not living together. She's still up north. I'm down here. Yeah.
Our immigration papers went missing. Thank you,
Oh.
Peer Leader.
MIA.
Just they found them this morning. I thought for sure they were lost.
Oh, great.
They made it to the right province, wrong city.
Yeah, them provinces
We're a while
are
still.
hard to have. So Stuart hit me up today and said finally he was able to install the Green Monster as a fork, and he thanked me for that. And easy stuff. So definitely check those 2 videos out. If you don't want to look at ads and you want to watch it on the Cocoscope, it's on my Cocoscope. If you want to watch through YouTube, it's on YouTube. So both ways. But I know that I wrote down a funny thing. And I said it today on Shrink and Sharon show. For the longest time, a Shield, and I'll say me because I've been a Shield owner since 2015. I've made fun of Fire Stick people. Made fun of Fire Stick people, made fun of Fire Sticks, made crack jokes about how you have to like jump through hoops to install stuff.
Mhm.
But the last week, you've not seen a single person on a Fire Stick complaining about that their Kodi was overwritten and updated to 19.
That's true. That's one good thing about sideloading.
Yeah.
Not one. Because yes, every one of them had side loaded. They weren't through the Google Play Store. So people on their Fire Stick are like, yeah, what's all the problems?
Yeah, what's everybody bitching about?
Yeah. So it's kind of funny. It's just, I think that, life's a circle. So I think the Fire Stick people are having a little giggle at all of our Shield people.
You know what? I've been using a 4K
uppity
stick for a while, and I was like kind of hard on it too, but I have zero problems with it. Except for that time in the very beginning when it was like filling up too quickly and it was giving me storage errors, but then I used that thingy to wipe off all this crap it didn't need ever since then. But I have zero problems with it. Perks, yeah, we got hitched. I think I could go there without a visa, but I'm not moving there. He's moving here. So,
So yeah. One of the things Asha asks, am I planning on keeping that fork list live and updated? I do plan on trying to keep it live and updated. Part of that is I'm only going to put forks on there if I'm given permission by the people that are hosting it. I'm not going to randomly. There was numerous places I could have went and got other forks that if I looked around, I could find them. But and that's just how I look at things. I try my best to have permission to publicly post stuff like that.
Yeah.
So those were forks that people said, yeah, Dabs, you can post this. You can use it as an example. So those people gave me permission, except for Wonderbox. I didn't ask them. That's a website. I didn't ask them. But other than them, I did pretty much try to go only by that. So if there's other people that have forks and they host them, I'm not going to host your forks. So if you have your fork hosted on a website and I can get the URL and place that in the list, I'll be happy to do that. And because it's no sweat off me, and if it makes it easy for other people. My only question, I wonder how long that 5-digit code stays alive. I know that it stays alive for at least 24 hours because I made that code for you, Blue, that the one that went to my, and it was the day before. Yep. And so the next day you used that exact same code and it was alive. So I don't know when AFTV purges those numbers, if it's after a certain period of time that no one uses it or
they run out
48 hours.
Numbers.
Yeah, I don't know. So if it goes dead, you guys will have my URL and you can actually just drop it in there just like I did on the video and you'd have your own code. So easy things. But yeah, good question, Asha.
Sup, Noir?
Okay, here's a question. Chipman asked, I was curious, will there be a gen template that will be compatible for Matrix? We have been begging and trying to pull people. There is a team of people that that are working on it. They have actually been working on it for what, honey? 9 months on and off. That there's a group, a whole room of people that have been in the Gen community that have been working on it.
There will be a
but
Gen.
They will. I have faith that someone's going to knock it out. I have faith that there's between the group of them.
Well, and
somebody's going to come together.
Nemzi's taking a look at it.
One of them, he was one of the people in the group. He said he would take a look at it. So there is a lot of people in that group, and different people have been looking at different things, and there was different ways of trying to fix different scripts. And but I have faith that between the group of them people that they're going to come up with a fix. They'll get it. So will it happen next week? No. Do I think it will happen? Yes, I do think it happened, because if you go to the Kodi apps website and you look at the add-ons in the list, not the 19s, the 18s, I guarantee you that over half, probably close to 60% of those are gens. And most people don't know that. So all those add-ons cannot come over until somebody does all the work to get the one ready. And then once one is made, then everyone can be like, oh, okay, I can change this, and then it'll be like, a frenzy. It'll be like they'll all come out there. So
it'll be like add-on,
yeah, it'll happen, just not yet. Okay, so yep, it's easy to download. It's on a Fire Stick with downloader. Don't see a problem. Yeah, the one problem with Seth, the one plus that I gave with this URL thing was it just made it so you didn't have to type in the URL, no URL on the device.
5-digit code and done.
Yeah. So,
and if you originally what Todd did was he gave me a 5-digit code for the URL that shows you all the forks. But if you know what fork you want exactly, you can get it so that the 5-digit code is directly to that. So in other words, as soon as you type it in, it automatically starts downloading. It's pretty phenomenal. That's what we did for my sister.
Yeah. And that's I showed that in the video. I actually grabbed the link. I think it was to Kodi 18.9. I actually grabbed the link location and I dropped it in downloader URL shortener, and it grabbed it and gave me the code. And as soon as I put it in on my device, on my Shield, you saw it all of a sudden tried to download. I'm like, oh, no, I don't want to download it yet. So, yeah. All right, Eric, you found me. Yeah. And hey, Eric, you can find me here. I can help some here. Join my Telegram group. The link is all over the place on my videos. If you join there, Telegram group is a it's a like a private room where people get in there and you can ask the question. And if I'm not there, there's somebody else that can answer the question. I think my room has 800 people in there.
Yeah,
and I'd say 100 of them are pretty smart on everything. I mean, very smart on stuff. Not knocking any of the 700, but 100 of those people are very versed.
Yeah, it's up to you to decide who he's referring to.
yeah. Maybe you're part of the 100, or maybe you're in the part of the 700. But yeah. So join my Telegram group. That's the best way, because me answering questions, I can answer questions on video, but it's hard. I can answer and then I can wait a day for you to answer back. And then I can, when I get off work, I can message you back about like, what were you asking? Just join my Telegram group. It's free. You can join on your phone. Easy to do. And Chipman, because he has a gen. He was posting he had a gen, and he wants to get his gen up and going.
Oh my God, Kodi Apps, proud to be in the 700.
Well, Kodi Apps is very, very smart. All right. Yeah, bud. I'm sorry. Me, and I get talking too much. Kodi Apps. The one thing about with Kodi Apps, he's got his own group, and he's pretty active, dude. He's pretty busy guy. So I can see why sometimes he doesn't answer questions all the time, but he answers them in his own room. But he's pretty active.
See, I'm not. I mean, I'm not even in the 100. I'll be in the 700 for sure. Because I know some things, but I don't know everything. But if what I don't know, I'll try to find out for you, or I'll find somebody who does know.
Yeah, and it's true. So I sent the
I
link
haven't actually
to
used Kodi in a while.
December when you were here.
That doesn't really count watching it.
Yeah.
I mean, playing with Kodi.
Yeah, I made her
really
use it. What's up, Cody? Up.
Hey,
Wait.
folks, thanks for having me.
Your echo is on. What's up, Cody? Your video's open. Your video's open in the back.
YouTube is open.
Yeah, thank you. Or not muted. Your video's open. Your video's open. Hold on. Yeah. Cody Epps, it's like you're a professional at this.
Yeah. See, he is part of the 700.
Yeah, proud to be part of the 700. Right.
That'll be the new saying, eh? Instead of like I love you
the 700 club, you know.
Hey, instead of I love you 3000, it'll be I'm part of the 700.
Hey, if only we knew someone who was good with computers. How you doing, folks? Thanks
doing well.
How you doing?
Thanks for joining. One of the things Kodi Apps this week added some of the Cocoscope videos.
Yeah, I've been playing about with a bit of code with that. I've been quite impressed with that Cocoscope. I know a lot of people's been jumping on it. People who've struggled with YouTube with various strikes, etc. Yeah, people who just want to get content out more than anything. And sort of as yourself, you just like to sort of educate and get people in the know. But obviously with YouTube, you've had that big brother thing hanging over your shoulder, and you've not been able to sort of put content out as you would been able to do Cocoscope. Yeah, I've been looking at it. I've got a channel myself. I think I might start doing a few build videos on it myself.
There goes my numbers. You know, I've been clawing my way to the top of the Kodi Cocoscope world. I got Dr. Ventures just a little bit in front of me. I'm getting close.
Yeah, you've set the bar high, mate, but I'm coming for you. Sorry.
Yeah, he's got a website to help him. I think it's kind of cheating. But
yeah, sorry about that.
But no, I appreciate it because I know when he puts my videos, when he links to my videos, they're quick because people are on the website, of course, and they're able to come right into the video and able to find it. Because the thing about with Cocoscope, it's if you're looking to make money again, unless you're a woman that wants to show parts of your body on private chats and private videos, unless you're in that segment, you're not going to make much money on Cocoscope because they have the memberships and the tips and the donations. But all of them, the people that are making the money on Cocoscope are the ones that are doing the private shows. So, and nobody wants to see this.
I don't think anybody wants to see this except for Todd.
Nobody wants to see this show. But, you know, I don't know. I got a lot of them ladies hitting me up.
I'm talking about me and the porn.
You know, hey, fans only. We can work something out.
No, we can't.
Hey. So, all right. So, Noir, I'll send you a link in a second. So I was looking, Robert asked a question. It says, hello, do you know if Google add-on is having problems with searching? Some people ask me about these and are having trouble getting wallpaper on Kodi. I don't know about people having problems getting wallpaper on Kodi. Most wallpaper is in a build is normally already in the add-on. Now, if you're a fancy guy like Kodi Apps, you actually put your art on a web server, and when they open up their build, it grabs that art from the web server, and he can change the art on the fly. But he's at a different league than some of the rest of us on making builds, because I know his does that. It pulls from CERT. But most of them, if it's not pulling art, that would be a builder maybe not using the specials path correctly. So they set it up and it doesn't have the specials path. So they set it up on a PC and you're on an Android device. And so the path is not going to be C : user, whatever that person's name, if that makes sense to you. That's because that path on a PC is different than what's on your Android. You have to use that specials. What's it? Specials : / Kodi. Can't remember that.
Does it start with home?
Maybe it's home. Home. I know specials in there.
I know why.
But it's basically a generic path that takes you to the Kodi folder. So anything inside the Kodi folder is fine. But to get to that point, so that's the only question I would say with people having wallpaper issues on Kodi is because their paths are not set correctly. And I always called it specials because it's home or special as the beginning of it.
No, it's special as the beginning, and then after the colon, I think it's home, depending on what your home folder is. I know in Gen it was.
Yeah, so it's so that's if they're having problems, Robert. That's what
or user data or whatever.
Yeah, that would be the problem. So if it's somebody else's build, blame them as being they're not knowing what to do with the build. The Google add-on in Kodi. I have never used the Google add-on in Kodi. Have you guys?
No.
I'm scratching my butt.
Yeah, I mean, I've never really searched for wallpaper in Kodi. That's me. But I'm not sure how you're using it, what you're using it for. So maybe, not sure, bud. Not sure on that one. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, perks is a path. Special. It's the path, right? Special. Here he is, Udan. Thank you, Udan. There it is. Special : //home, and then that can help you to be in the right spots for your backgrounds. But if you're searching in Kodi for wallpaper, I'm not sure about that one.
Noir put up.
Like his, because it would be his. He's saying for his was like Ebony was the name of probably the add-on or the
add-on directory. Okay.
Yeah, add-on or skin. So yeah, that's yeah. You download the wallpaper, set files, pictures, or whatever. Try to search and get it in Google. Yeah, I've never done that, Robert. Maybe I've just never. Because in my builds, I've always gotten the wallpapers, so I'm not sure. Maybe there is an issue while Google is not letting you do it from inside there. The Beach says just download 1080 wallpapers to your PC, put them on a USB drive, make a folder on your Shield, call them My Wallpapers, and move them there. And again, yeah, that's just moving. It seems like it'd be easier on your PC to do that, but I don't know. So I don't know. So I was looking. Noir, send me a message because you're buried down in my chitty chats. I got. Well, never mind. There you are. There you are. Oh my gosh, I see his trouble. So Kodi apps. What else is going on with you? What else is happening this week?
Well, I'm probably the same as you, mate. I've been head buried in Kodi 19 Matrix stuff. I've been keeping up to date with all the add-ons that's coming live. Just keeping tabs on all that. Obviously, there's a lot of other things going on. I'm coding some. I've got another project on the go with some M3U lists. Yeah, there's all sorts going on, mate. But mainly it's Kodi 19 that's getting my attention this week. I'm still not recommending people upgrade to it. But I've been chatting to quite a few developers who've been doing stuff, and a big shout out to the Stream Army, as you mentioned earlier. They've been doing some good stuff as well. But yeah, some of the developers are sort of saying Kodi 19, it's a big deal. Things are speeding up, and they're quite excited about playing with a lot of this stuff. And as the add-ons come on more and more, and they come online, they're all getting quite excited about it. The ones I'm speaking to anyway. Obviously it's going to be a while before everybody jumps on board with it, but yeah, I would say my gut feeling is Kodi's back. I know we lost a lot of users to APKs, which is no bad thing, but I think APKs have been going through a bit of a sticky time as of late. One or two, it's been a bit hit and miss over there in APK land. I think Kodi 19, I think we're going to be seeing quite a few of those users come back, especially if we can get a few more Kodi 18 add-ons converted over to 19, and I'm talking, Shadow, Magic Dragon, a few of the other big boys as well. If we can get those on board to 19, I think Kodi 19, yeah, we're back in a big way, to be honest with you. So yeah, I'm the same as you. I'm just keeping an eye on everything, mate, and just updating as we go along.
Yeah, and You've also updated on the Kodi Apps website. You do have, he did kind of like you did with builds back in 17, 18. You did a 19 add-on section in your add-ons. So you have like a 19 ready and what are 18, which 19 is like this big and then the 18 is like this big. So
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to link it up, but as I say, it's growing by the day at the moment. I'm right on top of it. I've got a list of them, and it's growing. But I still, as I say, I don't recommend anybody changes to 19 yet. 90% of people out there are just casual users in Kodi land, but the 10% of us who treat it as a hobby. I think that's fair to say. We like to play around with these stuff. We like to take things apart. We like to make our own builds. We like to use our own skins. I use our own backgrounds, wallpapers, etc., and play around with these add-ons. So yeah, and that's why I've listed them. You know, they're out there. If you do want to play with them, highly recommend any on that list. Oath is certainly come from nowhere. They're the very top. Obviously, I've got the 19 builds.
Yep.
And
that was an 18. He was an 18 though, wasn't he?
Yep. Yeah, he was, but he just come up on my radar, and I think he was the first 19 Exodus style scraper. But Revolution's there now as another scraper add-on, and as you look through that list, there's something for everybody. Obviously, the Stream Army have brought on quite a few of their add-ons, and there's something for everybody in there. To be fair,
is Revolution based on Oath?
Quite a lot of porn.
Quite a lot.
Well, you know, it's not something I've generally done before, but you know, people ask for it. A lot of people's out there, you know.
Don't expect it to be there long. I can see Kodi Apps dropping some of these before long. So
I don't know, but they are popular add-ons, and they are, and they're out there, so they're available for people. Revolution, somebody just asked there. Revolution is just just another. It's not just another because it's so fast. But Revolution is an Exodus style fork, and it's quick. And everybody's saying Kodi 19. If any of the guys who played with it, it's a lot faster than 18. So don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if Kodi 19 really takes off quickly. As I say, just like I'd like to see.
You get your car serviced, you get an oil change, drive your car out. It's so much fucking quicker. You notice it. Like, drive back
you do.
Like, oh, fuck me, why don't I? I've souped it up.
In 6 months' time, it'll be bogged down. You know, it will be bogged down. It'll be running like a dog's arse, and you'll be waiting for Kodi 20, won't we? But that's how it goes. That's what it is.
It's all in your head. Oh yeah, this is good. Oh, this is much quicker.
Yeah.
That's because you ain't got a fucking build on it yet.
That's it. As soon as we bog it down with the builds. Yeah, there's a thought. I'm waiting for the first Kodi 19 wizard. I don't think anyone's done what Kodi 19 wizard.
Slam's done it.
Slam's on it.
Slam is on it, and it's in its fine. It's actually on my notes here, but you guys are ahead of me on the things. It is in its final testing phases, I'll call it. I know that I think Seaman, I think he jumped out with a build on it. Maybe Funster released it. But they're in the group where they've been testing that wizard, and it's part of that simple wizard. Because Blue messed around with that about a month ago, wasn't it?
Yep.
So yeah, that's part of the simple 19 wizard. Slam is just kind of, he started with the base up. He's ground floor, simple, no frills, and then he's slowly adding a few things to it.
It's got a bunch of stuff in it now as of the version he just released.
I'll be checking that out. And as you said, like I did with 17 and 16 before that, as the builds and the wizards come online, I'll be doing like 19 videos, and I'll probably do doing them on Cocoscope as well. So I'll be doing those, and just as they come out, I'll be making sure they come online for you folks.
One of the questions Blue just asked about Oath, from my understanding, I think that Revolution may be built off of the base of Oath, but I don't know.
They're all Exodus, aren't they?
Yeah. So we mean
Oath came out, and then Revolution came out. Right.
But what I will say, all right, I'll say this, and it was one of the things I had on my list, and we were talking, and this is a valid discussion point about forks and forks. The difference between a fork and a clone, or using a fork, because Forks came from an add-on. A lot of times add-ons were here and then they branch off. So, and that there's no harm and no foul if you take somebody's code and you say, I'm going to take this add-on and I'm going to build on it. Build something different.
Totally.
It happens all the time. But what I would ask, and I think that most of the people that are on the developing side of Kodi add-ons would say, if you're going to do that, change API codes, change certain keys in it that link back to the other add-on. Because if someone says, well, I'm not a fork of this, but then you can go back and grab somebody's add-on and then you see this exact same API codes used on the prior, that's it kind of, you lose your argument.
You can't use somebody else's API. That's or artwork. That's just fundamental.
Right. But people do.
Yeah.
People do. Artwork is easy to spot. Anybody can spot that artwork is the same. But people are using APIs, and the reason why APIs are important, you guys. So when they link into TMDB, Tract, TVDB until that goes away, they use an API. There's an API that is issued to that developer. That person asks for that API to give them access to that website. So those websites only allow so much traffic on one API. So what happens is if 10 or 15, or let's say 3 or 4 or 5 big add-ons are all using the same API, all that traffic is hitting that same API. The website that issued the API could see the heavy traffic on that one API and cut that one API off. And what that causes is all of them go down. So if you're going to develop, if you're going to create an add-on and you're forking somebody's work, so what? Great. Thumbs to you, or, thumbs up, do it. But go in and change APIs, because not changing API keys hurts not only your add-on and the people that are using yours, it also hurts the add-on that was the original that requested that API. If that makes sense to everybody, I
think basically don't copy and paste.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
grab your own shit. It's not that hard.
APIs are just
your add-on. Go get one.
Yeah. So, all right.
I think it's fair to say that most developers in Kodi don't really do that. I think there's a bit of mutual respect goes on. There's the odd lone out there.
There's a minority out there.
Yeah, I think that most people do. But I'm just saying right now you're going to have an influx of 19 people or 19 add-ons. As someone creates a 19 add-on, I'll use Oath, for example, because he's one of the first Exodus ones, right? Exodus style, Exodus base, however you want to word it. So if you took and said, I want to have an add-on, there's not a lot of Exodus forks out there. I'm going to take his add-on and then I'm going to make some changes. Change the name, change the art, and I'm going to have my own add-on, and you're going to create your own, let's just call it ABC add-on. Because there's there's a vacuum of add-ons right now. So you put yourself out there, but that might not be a person that's been in the community a long time that would say, oh, I need to go through and change those APIs. So I'll just say that is a PSA, public service announcement. Not just saying get those, because we saw it with Q saw that a lot with some of the stuff when we were back in the extended info days and have an issue using where APIs were getting turned off. they would knock that off. So just FYI. All right, so enough of that. Miss Nutter, I'm sorry, I haven't let you have a chance to talk. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm quite well today. Well to do.
Okay. So have you moved in?
All this week, all I've seen is Kodi 19 every day. And it's just like bombarding every Facebook, Twitter, Telegram. Same things. My Kodi's updated.
Yep. Seen a lot of that.
So, yeah, you should wind it back, or like you say, put a fork on.
Yeah.
Go back to 18.94.
Yep. Easy to do.
easy for
Octave.
us, but when you have to like let these people like know, just joined all your groups and that. It's like, oh.
Well, that goes with the territory, though, doesn't it? You know, it's like 90% of people just are users. There's 10% of us who treat it as a hobby and a bit of fun, and it's unfortunately you got 90% to educate.
Yeah, we didn't all like come into Kodi like knowing everything. We all like, ooh, what's this? Then you get into it a bit more. Then you find like the communities and that, and
Exactly, a hobby.
and then it just like takes you in, and that's it.
I was going to mention while we were talking about 19 builds, I thought I had seen where Zion. I think I saw where they said that it was.
I thought it was Xenon.
Xenon. I don't know, but it went to 19. That it went to 19. There may be. Don't take my word for it. I have not seen it, but I want to say I saw a post or in one of the groups where people are saying that there was a 19 build out on it. But let's be honest.
There is a few out.
If you get a 19 build, we showed the list of all of the add-ons that are available in 19. I mean, all right, so most builds are not going to have adult, right? They're not going to put that in there.
Yeah.
So now
the others are porn. 40%.
Yeah.
Porn.
Yeah. So you've got a total of 9 add-ons that you can install. I mean, hey, I know that there's some builders doing it, but I don't know. It seems like you don't want to get. I don't want to get in front of it.
I think in a week's time we're going to be seeing quite a few more add-ons come online as well. But there's enough to be going on with. There's a good sports add-on. There's plenty of porn out there. There's plenty of good scrapers. If you're after some single-click add-ons, Entertain Me, I could recommend that one. And any of the Stream Army add-ons, Pin Withstanding, they're supplying good content. So even if you've upgraded by accident to 19 and you want to have a bit of a play, there's plenty there for you to have some fun with.
Yeah, exactly. 40%.
Indeed.
Always perplexed. It's like, cause that's on 19 now, isn't it?
Well, I've only spent a couple of hours studying it, but so far so good.
Yeah. Doing it for the community. Yeah,
absolutely. I'll take one for the team.
You, me, and Tan checking them, making sure those links are working.
Quality control, mate. That's what it's all about.
Exodus, we got to make sure that shit's working. So Funster says, yeah, it's out.
Did you get to Fan Zone, Fat Zone in the same day?
It was the day after, funny enough.
Well, I haven't gotten into Fat Zone. My arms hurt, so I can't I can't check that out. Maybe tomorrow I'll check it out. I need to give myself.
But they are popular add-ons. There's no two ways about it. We know that.
Yeah, what's so funny is
asking for a friend.
When I was doing builds, doing builds all the time, and I didn't have any adult stuff. Of course, most builders don't put any add-on stuff adult stuff in their add-on or the builds. But usually, for me, I always kind of put like little hidden Easter eggs in there. I'd put it like a repo that you could get it from, but I wouldn't make it part of the build. So then you'd always get that little message. Hey, I have a friend, like Noir says, I have a friend that's looking at he has your build installed and he was looking for some adult stuff. Do you know how to find it anywhere in your build? And I'll be like, yeah, happen to know where if you click around a few times and do some things that I don't mention in any videos, yeah, you can get it. But it was always for a friend that's using your build wants to know how to get that.
Which is, I think it's absolutely fine, and yeah, I've got no problem with adult add-ons at all. But first of all, let's keep it away from the kids, and B, if you are developing an adult add-on, put a pin system in there. I think one of them, I think Stream Army have done it on one of theirs. They've got a pin system in, so if your kids are using the Kodi, at least take 2 minutes out and make sure they can't see it. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right about that. If you want to kind of protect, you could put that add-on. You could have it right on the thing, and if you have to get that pin, it's unless it's an older kid.
Simple solution.
An older kid might be able to figure it out. Be like, I got to go into what website? Let me unlock that. So, but yeah, and there is Pin Sentry. Remember Pin Sentry?
Yeah. Yes, I don't think that's working on Kodi 19.
Yeah,
yet.
I know it's not working on Kodi 19 yet. But remember that you used to actually you could take an add-on or something and say, this add-on has a certain pin. Even if the developer didn't do it, you could do it on your device and to lock it.
So it'd be nice to see that on Kodi 19 for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a nice feature that not a lot of people talked about. But it was a way to protect it if there were certain things. Terror says the best add-on in 19 is PKC, fast and works. Just need a friend with a Plex. And that would be the, what's it, Plex Kodi connection? Ain't that what it is, Alban?
I don't know. I haven't even heard of that.
You've never heard of that one? Oh,
the Kodi 19.
PKC. No. Yeah, Blue used it for a little while.
Yeah.
And it is it's an add-on that you can use inside of Kodi.
In Kodi to get to my Plex.
And link to, yours or somebody else's.
Yeah.
So it's great. I want to say Blue messed around with that as a build. I think she had a build that was built around, and I think Tara was the one that suggested it, to connect her content, all her Plex, like in one big Netflix look.
Oh, wow. Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, I didn't use it. I know that she messed around with it for a week or two. In her short attention span, the way she's 100% into something until she's not.
Yeah.
And so.
She used that glass of wine tonight.
I don't know. She's been kind of busy. She got her bed frame tonight. Plus it's dinner time, so she's probably walked off to go have dinner. So, and we'll have to do it. So yeah, everyone says that Plex Kodi Connect. So check that out. I guess Tara says that it's working on 19. I haven't installed it, so.
But I hate that term though. I hate that term, best Kodi add-on. It's always your favourite Kodi add-on, or the one that suits you. My favourite, Kodi add-on at the moment, without a doubt, Elementum. For those guys who don't, who aren't aware of that one, it is a torrent-based Kodi add-on. So if you're going to use it, be smart. Make sure you protect it. Put a VPN on or something. But yeah, check it out. And that's my favourite at the moment. But everyone goes crazy for the Exodus add-ons, but Elementum, that's the one. Check that one out, guys. If you don't mind, if you know the score, you know what P2P is all about, and you've got a VPN, that's probably the best at the minute.
Definitely VPN.
Andrew, what's your favourite sports add-on?
You definitely need to have. 19, but... Yeah, Sports HD is the only one, but it's limited to what it has. I mean, I know Boccaccino works on that, but it links to one site. So I mean, it's going to have certain
CHD
content.
That one, isn't it? CHD, and it's fairly standard def, but it's very reliable, and it covers a lot of sports. So don't I would check it out if you're into your sports. You're not going to go wrong with it.
Mm-hmm.
I bet GoTo covers more. Just say
Who?
GoTo.
GoTo's not on. Is GoTo on 19, sir? Can we use it on 19?
Oh, sorry, we still talk about 19.
Yeah, we're still talking about 19.
The 19 show, mate.
Yeah, we're kind of just getting filling people. Now, I will say with this again, as Kodi App says, if you're going to use this, works great. Please, please, please have a VPN. Please have a VPN, because you link to torrents, you link to swarm of torrents, and your IP address is visible. And if your IP, your internet provider or whoever wants to see that you're watching that content and then inform your ISP that you are watching certain content, they can. So please use a VPN. It works great if you have a VPN. So I know that was in 18. That was actually a plugin in Gaia. Gaia was a big...
Well, it was in the Gaia repo. It's not the new version, which has been updated to Kodi 19, is not in the Gaia repo yet. Okay. So it's a direct download. But I've got it on that. I've linked it on this page anyway.
Yeah.
So that's the latest version that is Kodi 19 compatible, and it's fast, guys. I'm playing with it, and I love it. But as you say, Todd, the VPN pretty much mandatory for that one.
Yeah.
And no need for RD for people who're not using Debrid Premiumize. It's a perfect option if you have a VPN.
Yes, because you're using the power of torrents and the swarm to give that good download speed. You're using that swarm, but whereas RD, you're paying for the RD, so it's a great thing. I plan on doing. I need to do a video, but I need to make sure my PIA is fast enough because you are at the mercy of your VPN. If you got a shitty VPN, you might not enjoy the add-on as much because you're being throttled because of your VPN. So that's one thing. Make sure your VPN is a decent VPN with a good enough speed, because if you don't, if you're bottlenecked at that VPN, you could have had 1,000 seeders, and that's not going to help you.
But that's my favorite add-on at the moment. Is it the best? It's whatever you're happy using at the time, isn't it?
Yeah. So when people say, "What's the best build?" There is no best build.
It's not.
It's what you personally get accustomed to. Yeah, I like this. I can work with that. It's simple. I can work it.
I thought the best builds were either mine or yours, Todd, weren't they? I thought they were the best ones.
thought mine. Yeah, I mean that's why they're in my wizard. I mean, come on
the
now.
best ones are there.
The best ones are right there in my wizard. No need to go any farther.
I think
You're
mine's
done.
I think mine's in your
Yes,
wizard.
yes, it is. That's why I was saying. I mean, it's the bullet's right in there, and bullet tells you. I mean, the name implies the speed of the damn thing. Bullet.
Can't wait to do one for 19. To be honest.
No, I'm waiting.
I saw my build mentioned in a Kodi in a Facebook group last week. I think it might be Kodi best builds. Someone said,
really?
What are your favourite builds? And he listed 3, and I was number 2. I was like, wait, game.
Was it one of your family members that said it?
It must be someone I know.
Yeah, your mum doesn't count, mate.
But I've not updated my build since December, and every single add-on, because you select add-ons, you get, they're going to be stable for ages, so you just pick them ones, and still going strong, no issues. I love it. But the worst thing is, I've forgotten how to do an update because it's been so long.
Paul's mentioned on here, all set up on 19 with Oath at the minute. Library integration widgets all set up. So recently TV shows show up in the main menu. Again, Paul Green. I actually know Paul from Facebook, longtime friend from Kodi Builders Group. With it has a library integration, and library integration, once you get the hang of library integration, and I did videos on it a long time ago. And if you set that up in some add-ons, that is so nice. I mean, tells you what shows you've watched, what shows you've not watched. It can be kicking. Hey, babe, you're back.
Yeah, she's been back.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Hey, I'm giving 5-minute countdown, Blue.
5-minute countdown for what?
Blue's Corner.
Didn't I ask you like an hour and a half ago if we could do it like sort of near the beginning?
Oh, no, I didn't see that.
Ooh.
All right, let's just do it and get it over with then.
Hey, everybody, we've got a new segment. This is going to be part of every. This is going to be. Hey, Noir, sit down. All right, so this is going to be a segment part of.
No, it's not.
Streaming Matters every Friday. No, every Friday we're going to have a certain segment. It's going to be called Blues Corners. And this Blues Corner is going to be stuff that she's found that is quite unique, that she finds unique and fun and interesting, that maybe you might find unique and interesting. So, Blue, go ahead.
Thanks for that crappy intro. This is by no means like a hidden gem. Most people already know about this, but I saw it this week and I'm in love with it. And now for those of you that don't know, I mean, this is Streaming Matters, so it's about all things streaming, not just Kodi. Disney Plus came up with a new part of it. Basically, like before they had like a Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, and National Geographic. Todd, can I share my screen?
Yep. Yeah. I was trying to get ready to find it myself, but yeah, if you can share your screen.
Oh, I've seen this week. Yeah, I need to check it out.
Friggin' awesome. Okay, like
I know it's
seriously.
got some good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, like I mean, I was like kind of in awe a little bit. 1 second, Disney. Let me know if you can see it.
You're on.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, so normally, you got Disney, you got Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, National Geographic. Now you got Star. Now, this is adult content, which is awesome because most people are like, I don't want Disney, it's all kids shows. But this has got all adult content in it. And the cool thing about it is when it comes to your profiles, if you have kids, you can make it so that they don't get these things when they click on their own profiles. So like Star's got, I'm going to show you. It's got like a crap load of movies. So it's got like Deadpool's in here, Shape of Water, The Martian, and it's got TV shows too. Also, Family Guy, Simpsons, and like it goes on and on and on. Comedies, drama series. It's even got like Sons of Anarchy, for Christ's sakes. Disney, I guess, owns a crap load of stuff, because it's like, holy. If you go through here, most of my favorite shows are in here. Like it's kind of.
Has it got Littlest Hobo?
No, I don't think so, honey.
Oh shit!
Yeah, but I mean, like, holy crap! Like, action movies are all like the good action movies: Die Hard, Independence Day, Speed, iRobot, Taken, The Rock, like the good old school movies, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I looked at this and I want to watch all of these. Normally, you go through stuff and you're like, you like maybe 1 out of every 10.
Oh, 28 days later. Oh.
Yeah, they got a horror section. Look, they even got aliens in here. I think all 4 of them. So it's like, pretty cool new section. And the cool thing about it too is, well, the way your profile works is when you watch something, if you stop halfway through, you can continue on.
Yeah.
So when you go home again to your main screen, you'll see down here, it's kind of neat actually. They have a little star highlights. So it kind of gives you an idea of some of the new stuff. And then once again, you got continue watching. So it'll be right on your main screen again if you want to continue on with something. So, I mean, it's not by any means a secret. I just got the email the other day and I was like, what the hell is that? But when I opened it, I can't believe the content. It's really good content and all stuff for adults. So that's it for me.
They are charging, well, in the UK, I think they're charging an extra £2 a month for this. I don't know how much they're charging in the States.
I never got, unless they just automatically.
I still got it.
I think they are putting up. Well, they are. I think they are putting up a few quid. But if anybody wants those movies for free, we may know someone who may be able to hook you up.
Okay, but I mean, on a side note, I paid for them.
Yeah, they're on my Plex.
Yeah. But yeah, it is good, and there's a lot of good content. I like all the Deadpool movies on there. There's a lot of classics on there. But there is a price increase coming for Disney Plus in the UK, but I don't know about that in the States.
I know in the US we still got it for free. Excuse me, I have it for free because I still have it with my phone service.
And I paid for a year, so I still have it for another 10 months before it goes up.
Hey, The Beach wants to know if you might.
Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, and by the way, that's it from Blue's Corner this year. Or this week.
This week. Now, hey, Mid wants to know, is it going to be called Blue's Clues?
Yeah, it's got a ring to it.
I do like that one.
It does.
I do like that one. Look, I done made her mad. Babe.
Not a friggin' chance, Mid. Love ya, but not a chance.
Blue's Clues.
I
I think it's House of Blue, which no, that kind of goes back. She doesn't want to use that one because that'd be House of Blue. No.
Yeah.
But yeah, hey, we had Blue. We actually had Blue's Corner a few weeks ago.
What about
Blue
movies?
Yeah, we did.
Because we did about the lights, which my lights have been shipped. They left AliExpress. So within the next 4 months, I get them. So yeah, good times. Good times.
So what happens if you move by then?
I'll be SOL. That's for damn sure. So let's see. One of the things about builds that I was gonna mention is that there is very few skins that are working in Kodi 19. Arctic Zypher Reloaded. I think Mid posted that one, and that's working. But there is very few skins. So when you talk about builds and this and that, That's another hurdle that builders are going to have to worry with is you don't have a lot of skins to work with. So that's going to be a problem. One of the other,
I just wait for
Huh?
TK to sort one out. I just
Oh,
wait
yeah.
for TK's the man. If anyone's
You're just
gonna
waiting for. All right, TK, you heard it. Get it on it. Get on it.
TK will sort it.
He'll sort this out.
I know he's itching like to get that back on something.
It's early days, isn't it? Though, you know. But the thing about any update in any sort of software or platform is it generates more innovation, and we'll be seeing a lot more content and a lot more artwork and just a lot more creativity from the community, and it's always good to see. It just gets everything going again, and I think it's fair to say that. With Kodi 19, Kodi is back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's coming in.
Nothing I'll say, like, the Kodi community as it is at the moment, like, we're all in the age of like 45 upwards, I would say. The majority.
Speak for yourself.
Majority. 40 upwards. It's like, it's for like for us. It's not for the kids, it's for us.
Mm-hmm.
But I think once the youngsters do discover it, your 20-year-olds, I think then you will see like amazing shit happening.
Well, you got to make it a TikTok. We got to make it like TikTok or something.
Nah, then it goes down the pan straight away. Then
the kids are happy with like Disney Plus and Netflix, mate. They're not bothered about Kodi, trust me.
All right, yeah, my kids, for example, they know what I do. They know I'm. Because I always say, Dad, it's illegal what you're doing. Shh. But they do the Minecrafting and they're coding on that and doing stuff. So I'm thinking, like, in 10 years' time, Kodi to them will be like his piss.
I know my kids used to look at me and make fun of me.
My kids still do.
Dad's over there again on the computer. I said that's because I'm an effing YouTube sensation. Don't be hating on your daddy. Daddy's bringing home the bacon on this with this YouTubing. It hasn't quite panned out quite yet.
Fake it till you make it, mate.
I know. So look, C-Man says that Arctic Zypher and Mad Nox both working. So good couple of them. Oh, Mad Nox. Okay, so a build that's 500 megs is working. I mean, a skin that's 500 megs. I don't know what I know Mad Nox is one of the bigger skins. So all right. So yeah, you got a few going on. So we'll see what happens with that. It's early, like as Kodi App said, early days. Quit worrying about it. Just go with it. One of the other things I was talking to Gajal today, this week, message back and forth with him, and I get thanks to him, and I said that in one of my videos. Massive thanks to Gajal, who upgraded Resolve URL months ago. He was on front of this, said that he's been using Kodi 19 in the alphas and the betas. He was using it on a regular, and that was. So the reason why some links are working in some of these add-ons is because Resolve URL is ready and it was already Matrix compatible. So massive thanks to him and the work that he has done. I should say he or she, because I don't even know. Thanks to him for the work that he's done to get it ready. And one of the things he was talking about is the YouTube add-on inside Kodi is not working right. And there's been some versions that's been out there. He sent me a link to a version that you can go to this repository. And I actually showed it in, I think the French DJ video I did that, hold on, let me try to add this tab here. That this repository has some of the more test versions of or the alpha versions of YouTube, so that certain things in YouTube that don't work in the Matrix version right now actually work if you use this repository. And I want to say the unofficial version here has some the unofficial YouTube unofficial. I can't save it. The unofficial version of it with, I think it's alpha. I can't really see it because I can't make it. It's actually gotten a whole lot better. And so YouTube, we may see some issues with things that are linked to YouTube in a lot of add-ons. So if add-ons are linked to YouTube, you're probably going to find some problems unless you're using one of these alpha or these test versions of YouTube. We could very easily see YouTube being taken out of Kodi. There is some talk that YouTube and Kodi, because you know how you have to, they're wanting to separate your APIs. You got to sign in, this and that. So there's another app called Tubed, which is possibly a new alternative for the YouTube add-on.
Okay.
It's called Tubed.
Just fork YouTube with someone fork it.
Yeah, well, I think this Tubed is a fork of YouTube, the YouTube add-on. From the look of it, it has a lot of the same things, but I had the exceeded the daily number. You know that little warning.
Oh,
It gave me that warning as soon as I opened it up when I was messing around with it right before the show. So we may see some issues with YouTube add-on inside Kodi. So just heads up, you may see some problems with that especially if add-ons link to certain content, then you'll have an error pop up. And that's usually the Kodi add-on is having an issue. So there is some versions out there. I'll try to put the URL to that repository, and you can install that other version of YouTube. And it ran. I did that video for the fdj.hd, and there was one segment of videos that wouldn't play. And then Kajal sent me a sentence, says, well, which YouTube did you have? I said, well, I had 6.8 point something matrix. And he says, no, you got to have 6.8.10 alpha. And once I installed that, it worked. All of them worked. But so it's some kind of issues with YouTube, and just a heads up on that.
I've actually got an ebony plate house mix that he done me. He dedicated me. Yeah, it's within his add-on.
I'll have to look at. Yeah, I've got his add-on in.
I did some artwork for him, and he done me just randomly gave it. I done you a mix, a one-off mix for you. And it's about getting drunk or something. I don't understand what he's getting at. But that's really good tune. But yeah, he done quite a few people.
Well, and that's the French DJ.
French DJ,
yeah. I've seen his add-on in numerous builds over the years. And until I did the video, I kind of poked around, and it has documentary section, and then it had the two music sections. It's got a lot of content, but all the content's pulling from YouTube. So if you don't have you got to make sure the YouTube plugin is working, because it needs that. Chris says, let's see. Oh, he must be talking about the Zonfluence skin. It's 58 megs, I would think.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, because it can't be that Mad Knox. Can't be. So I want to say that Mad Knox was humongous. Let's see. Funster says the music on YouTube has changed hard. That's why you need the alpha. Okay, so yeah. So yeah, you got to have that alpha YouTube version. Yeah. Paul says no, it's the Mad Knox. It's real small. All right. Like I said, I haven't messed with none of that. None. So, you guys, what's next week? Coming to America 2.
Yeah.
So, you guys excited to see Coming to America 2, Eddie Murphy?
Yeah. I'd watch it. Better than half this other crap that they're putting out for remakes on TV shows. You know, I want to throw up at some of it. I hear that they're redoing the Wonder Years.
No, really?
Yeah. Yep.
They're redoing Rugrats as well.
Oh, jeez.
I'm so looking forward to that.
Well, I will say that Coming to America is going to be on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
It's going to be an Amazon Prime exclusive. So any of you guys that have Amazon Prime, that you'll be able to watch it, or some of the other content or other providers will be able to watch it. But
where can we watch that?
I don't know. It'll be a tough one.
I hear that Mandalorian is done.
No.
Yeah. I heard
What end of?
Huh?
What?
No.
No more seasons, surely
No
not.
more
No way.
seasons. Yeah, I heard that they.
I know someone.
they-
I know somebody got the elbow from that show, didn't they? But they're surely going to bring out another season of that. Surely.
I mean, it was
I know
making
I just-
too much money.
I know. I saw something. I'll take a check. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I know there are going to be some spin-offs because
Don't ruin it. I've not seen the first episode yet.
well, but there's going to be there's going to be a spin-off of what's his name, the bounty hunter.
What, the Mandalorian?
Yeah, what was who's the bounty hunter?
I know the one you mean. Boba Fett.
Boba Fett. There's going to be a Boba Fett spin-off. I know I've seen that, but there's no way they're going to they're not going to. Disney knows that there is money to be made in that Mandalorian.
A fortune.
I mean, there's no way.
But I think we're grateful for any content at the moment, any movies, even Monster Hunter. Who's watched Monster Hunter? How awful was that? But we still kind of enjoyed it, didn't we?
It wasn't that bad.
It was
wasn't
exactly.
that
Case in point. It was
that bad.
rubbish.
I mean, it was an action sci-fi.
Rubbish.
Maybe in a normal year you would have called it rubbish. This year, yeah,
exactly.
all right.
You were grateful for it, weren't you?
Yeah.
You were thinking, oh yeah, well, special effects are good, but it was rubbish.
Andrew, Monster Hunter in England is a night out in Friday night in town.
In Macclesfield.
Down one.
They've all been there.
Snowfall season 4.
Yeah, that started already.
What's
Yeah,
that?
I know that.
I've not even heard of that one.
Oh, that's a TV show. Blue told me she goes, it's on my Plex, and I was like, oh, I haven't seen that. There's only 1 or 2 episodes. That many, is it?
Yeah, 2.
2, all right.
Yeah.
Kodi apps. Basically, that this show is about the beginnings. It's in South Central, I guess, or in LA, at the beginning of the crack, wave, and this young kid that was struggling, trying to figure out how to make money and make ends meet, this and that, and kind of gets hung up into that world and becomes one of the big. He actually was there when crack was just being kind of created-ish.
Okay.
And how he took advantage of it and made money, and his friends made money, and how they moved up the ladder, and basically instead of being dead broke, actually were movers and shakers in their area. But
so not a comedy then.
TV show. No.
Me and my wife, we just discovered Sons of Anarchy. We're on to season 4. God, we're a bit behind the times, I know, but Sons of Anarchy, it's like, we're properly into that now. We're smashing that, loving that show. No spoilers if you watch.
No, I won't. I won't say
That's
nothing.
a pretty violent show, though.
I love
It's not
that.
really that violent. I don't think it's that violent.
The
Life.
You're from New York, so violence.
it's
I'm a
probably like
biker.
There's a
8 days,
range.
isn't it? It's a nice sunny afternoon for you guys, probably.
Yeah.
Me, what it's done for me is like I've been hitting the whiskey. I've been taking lots of shots. I'm living the show, so I'm drinking lots of shots of whiskey and rum. Loving that. I'm going through half a bottle a day, but you don't need to know my personal problems.
That's my problem.
Too much
Clarice.
information.
Anybody watch Clarice?
I have been. I've been watching it. I didn't think it was going to be as good as it is.
No, I'm gripped, mate. I love that
Me
show.
too.
Absolutely, I love it.
Yeah.
Season 4, and we've got another 3 seasons to go.
Yeah. No, it's the first
No,
season.
Clarice.
Clarice.
You're talking about Clarice, the TV show.
Oh, okay.
Clarice is not
That's
Son of
Silence of
Anarchy.
the Lambs.
All right.
I saw the first episode. It was good.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah. The second was good also.
Oh, I'll tell you a good show if you've not seen it, guys. It's on Netflix. Lupin. It's a dubbed show. It's based in Paris about a burglar. Check it out. It's on Netflix. It's only one season, but I think they've renewed it for another season, I've heard. If you can put up with the dubbed aspect to it, very, very good show. Trust me on that.
What was it called?
Lupin. It's Lupin.
Oh, I did.
We talked about that a while back there. It's a French
Oh,
show.
okay. It's I'm really,
Oh, yeah,
I'm
yeah,
really
yeah. Now that
enjoyed
I've written it out, now I do remember seeing that. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Blue. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I think Eddie also spoke about it in one of on Wednesdays.
Yeah, Lupin's good. What else are we watching at the moment? Oh, Snowpiercer's good, isn't it? Everybody watching Snowpiercer?
I watched
1,033 cars long. No,
I watched the movie. Wasn't it you and me, Blue, that watched that movie together?
Probably. The series is good though.
it is a very good show. The film was decent, but the show, yeah. Anybody who's looking for a bit of content at the moment, and let's face it, we're all a bit starved of good shows and movie. Well worth a watch.
Well, wait a minute. I can watch Deadliest Catch. I got plenty of episodes.
Oh
of that to watch.
yeah.
What are you talking about? I'm not starved for nothing. I see them guys out there. They keep pulling in the crabs.
Man.
They keep pulling. You know, I've never seen somebody so excited to catch crabs.
Oh, well, I'm the same with Gold Rush. You know,
I love that one too.
Gold Rush is brilliant. I think Amazon, Google, and Tony Beats should run the world.
Tony Beach. I was actually watching Gold Rush, the Whitewaters episodes today.
Oh, you like those?
I just had it on. Not that I care. I'm just thinking, how do they figure out where there's actually gold in the water? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're just like, oh, this hole right here, 21 feet down. How the hell did you figure 21 feet below the river?
And
There's
they
gold
the
down
fish.
there. They're like, there's gold down there. I'm like, I don't know about it. The other movie that's coming out soon, and I know Blue's been looking forward to it, and is Justice League. I think we've got less than a month before Justice League is out.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that plays out. Is
that coming out? I think more and more movies are coming out direct, obviously.
Yeah.
Straight onto streaming platforms, and I think that is the future. I think, you know, we all love the cinema, but I think the reality is, I think we're getting more and more used to watching movies at home and on streaming platforms. I hope it's not the end of cinema, but I've got a sneaky feeling that we're going to see less and less movies coming out on cinema. I think that we'll still have the big franchises, the Marvels, etc., coming out there. But I think more and more, I think the Amazon shows, streaming platforms, I think that's probably the way forward. I think that's fair to say.
Yeah.
I still want to go to the theater. If they open back
absolutely. Oh, me too. You know, I'll go with you.
I actually, Chris, one of the guys I work with, went to a theater today. One of his best friends' birthday was today, and they rented out the theater for $200 or $300. I can't remember what it was. Rented out the theater for 3 hours, and were able to bring, I don't know how many friends, to watch a movie there at the theater. Now, that doesn't include your concessions. So if you're a concession person, it's going to cost. But that put people at the concession stand to work and put people in there to show a movie. You got to rent it for a 3-hour block, which I think is a great idea. I mean, I would love that on my birthday to be able to say, hey, we want to go watch whatever movie, get your friends together and watch some big blockbuster on the screen, because the certain movies do a better job on the big screen.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that whenever I watch the big movies, I want to see it on the big screen. I mean, maybe dramas, maybe not so much, but I definitely love the
blockbusters.
Blockbusters. And when does I was trying to find out, when does Justice League come out? It's in March, ain't it?
I think so, yeah.
So
God, I hope it's better than Monster Hunter.
Well, it better be better than the original.
Yeah. Well, and all right. So first of all, he got to be able to hear all the critics, and then he's had how long to work on this to get it right.
Exactly.
He's had a long time to get this right.
Yeah, like I mean, it's like I said, it's almost like cheating a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, like I bet you every director in the world would love, another $80 million and to be able to change whatever they want of a movie of theirs that tanked.
Well, I'm trying to think. And they were supposed to. Is there some extra characters in it than were originally?
I think he's changed the look of a lot of them. I know Steppenwolf, he changed him, and it's 4 hours long, so there's a lot more content.
Hang on, is it just a remake of the original Justice League?
Yeah,
it was only a few years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, it is.
2017.
Like what happened was Zack Snyder made most of it, and then his daughter or his son killed themselves, so he stepped away, and Joss Whedon stepped in and finished it. Now people hated it, so Joss Whedon got the blame for it, and now all the fans were like, "We want the Snyder cut." So now that's what we're getting. They're letting him redo it.
Okay.
So it's kind of.
I think Jack. Am I right in saying Jack Snyder's bringing out a zombie movie in the next month or two as well?
I don't know.
Jack Snyder zombie movie. I'm sure I read something today just about that. You might want to Google that one, Butch.
You said, say again?
Zach's. Is it Zach or Jack Snyder? Zack Snyder. I'm sure he's doing I think there's a zombie movie coming out over the next month or two. It's supposed to be a big release.
Army of the Dead?
Army of the Dead. That might be it, yeah.
Army of the Dead, 2021. Initial release, May 21st. Got Batista in it.
I love Dave.
Yeah. You got
well, you would, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Ella
I think
Pernell.
even blokes have got a bit of a man crush on him.
So Ella Pernell. I've never heard of her. So yeah, some of these.
If you like zombie movies, and I'm a big fan of the zombie movies, I can't lie. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. Can't be any worse than Monster Hunter.
You and that monster.
Oh, it was awful. Come on, let's be honest. It was awful.
It wasn't that good. So this woman, she was in Star Trek. Wasn't she in the recent Star Trek? She was like the one that they found on the island.
Can't see her face. It's too tiny. Can you blow her up?
Who, Tig Notaro?
Tig, yeah.
I don't recognize her.
Oh yeah. She was the science officer on Discovery.
Yeah, but wasn't they found her on a planet or some shit?
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, she's in it.
What's
Omari
her name?
Hardwick?
Tig? Is that a name?
Yeah. From Sons of Anarchy.
It is now.
Okay, I'll roll with it.
Let's see. What's he been in?
What's his name?
Been in Omari Hardwick?
Well, from Power.
Oh, Power.
I never watched that.
I never watched Power.
That's a great show. You haven't watched Power? Oh gosh.
I would leave it at that. So
you don't know what you're missing.
Yeah, I hear.
Listen, I turned you on to Snowfall, right?
Yeah, I know you did.
So
check that one out.
Trust me, you got to check out Power. Another thing that they're redoing is Cagney and Lacey.
Oh, it was awful the first time.
I was gonna say I didn't like it the first time it was on.
And it's gonna be on CBS, and
of course
using Michelle Hurd and Sarah Dunn. No, Sarah Drew. So that
sounds bloody rubbish.
Yeah, it is. It's gonna be. It can't be as bad as Equalizer.
Actually, you say that, but I enjoyed the first episode. No spoilers. I've not watched the second one yet.
I've watched the other episodes, but come on, Queen Latifah kicking ass.
Oh, that's the Queen Latifah one.
Yeah.
I've not watched episode 2 yet, but I did enjoy the first one. I can't lie.
Yeah, but that's just a story.
We'll see how it kicks off.
Queen Latifah in that role, I was like, I don't know.
It's not for her. Not at her age.
I don't know. I just felt like, maybe we're reaching there.
Yep.
They're
definitely reaching.
Yeah.
They're definitely reaching.
Okay.
Yeah, it's hard to follow Denzel though, isn't it, to be fair?
Right.
I mean, it's yeah. I mean, we thought that Denzel never put out a bad movie until we watched that last one.
That was horrible.
on Wednesday night. We were like, Denzel's never been in a bad movie. Well, Until the last movie we just watched.
Yeah.
The Little Things. Oof.
Is that
Another-
Denzel Washington?
Another
Huh?
bad one that they're putting out now on CBS.
Denzel Washington.
Yeah, Denzel Washington.
Mhm.
Is
Because his son is starring in a movie which is a kind of a remake of Deja Vu.
His
Yeah.
kid was in
I'm
Tenet.
sure I've seen. I've seen that one before.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called.
His kid
Yeah,
was just. Never mind.
No, go, babe. Charles actually was talking about that Deja Vu movie. He just was talking to me. He said it was actually a decent movie to watch.
The original with Denzel.
The original
No, the whatever the
the
remake.
new one. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, his son is a pretty good actor. You know.
You're right, DJ Themes. Edward Woodward was the original Equalizer, and he was great at it. You know, if you take all the D's out of his name, his name is Iwa Wuwa.
But do you remember, like, he starred in that show, The Dustbin Men, Common as Muck?
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah, you do. Common as Muck, The Bin Men.
I don't remember that one.
Oh, give it a search.
I'll Google that.
There's loads of great names in that show.
Another bad one that they're redoing is going to be How I Met Your Dad on CBS. Supposed to come after that, How I Met Your Mother. So that's really going to be pretty bad. They can't think of anything to make now.
When's the Waltons return coming? We need another version of the Waltons.
Oh, did you check out the new Superman and Lois pilot this week?
Yeah.
I'd give that a solid 6.5 out of 10. I thought it was a decent show. That one, you not checked it out yet, Todd?
TV show?
Yeah, TV show. Pilot come out this week. Superman and Lois. I thought it was quite good, to be fair to it.
See, I'm a little slow on that. That's my better half's genre before me.
Is it a true story thing?
Yeah, it's a biography.
True story.
I love them. I love them true stories.
All based on real events that could happen.
Oh, cool.
All right. So what was that one that Charles told me about where if Superman landed in Russia, he wanted me to watch that animation?
Yeah, that's when
Superman. Red
Sun.
Yeah, Red Sun. He said that was actually pretty good. A different way of looking at Superman.
I haven't watched it. It's on my Plex.
He said it was pretty good. He says, "Yeah, that's a good show to watch." Or I guess it's a movie.
Yeah, well, it's a animated movie, I believe.
Yeah, it is. I caught he pulled it up and I watched just a second. I'm like, okay, all right, so that I would try to remember. I just hadn't sat down and watched it. Roger did say in the defense of Denzel was good in The Little Thing. Script was just terrible.
Yeah, he was.
Go ahead, Nutter.
Yeah, sorry. I was just saying, there's a good sports documentary. If you're a boxing fan, should be dropping hopefully tomorrow, Sunday, across the West. The Mike Tyson, Frank Bruno story.
Oh, that ought to be good.
Yeah, I've seen the clippets for it. It looks amazing the way it's filmed. But we was hoping it was going to be today, but quite likely tomorrow now. So keep a lookout for that one. If anyone's going to have it in their bills, it'd be in sports documentaries. It'd be a documentary.
Be a short film though, won't it? Because he didn't last long, did he? Frank, to be fair to him, 5 rounds I think was the max he went. So yeah, I'd imagine a half an hour film.
No, I think it's like a full hour because it's kind of like Frank went right in the head.
Love Frank Bruno, but yeah, he didn't go the distance, did he?
I think they're going like into like his backstory.
Yeah,
like
it'd have to go with how he was raised and training.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, why his coach did this and that,
and
there's
his
grandma talking and.
Yeah, Mike Tyson's heavily in it and all, like saying how much respect he's got for him and that we should never have fought, and because he knew then, Mike Tyson knew that it wasn't right to fight him in his state.
Oh, I think Mike earned a fortune off those fights. I'm sure he was quite happy with him at the time.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
But think about that. Did you set one with Chris Eubank the other day with where he was on? He started crying, didn't he?
About Watson.
How sorry he was for it. Yeah, with Michael Watson. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the
It was
fights.
just
Obviously,
like-
I didn't. I did see that. I did see that documentary, but I didn't. Well, I say I saw it. I saw bits about it, but I didn't watch the full thing yet. To be fair, but I will. Sorry, I cut over you.
That's cool.
Another one to get ready for
What
is
is
Godzilla versus Kong. That's one I'd like to see. The new one.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I guess
that's
that been there, just done that. I'm thinking,
Yeah.
how many times can we keep doing this?
I know, but it's a classic.
Yeah, let's keep it a classic.
Yeah, I know, but it's been done so many times.
Let's keep it a classic.
Yeah, okay, well.
You know what I mean? I'm like,
Yeah.
what? Someone says, "Hey, we're gonna redo Terminator." No. Terminator was just fine the way it was. I don't need you to bring in somebody else and do it again. No.
Well, I'm
just
not
fine.
saying someone else to do it again. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because if Schwarzenegger said, "Oh, well, I'm going to try one more," you know, I'm going to watch it. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Arnold can watch it. I don't think I want to see Arnold in the movie, unless he's some old man in the damn movie. I don't know. I mean, I know that it's gonna be a sci-fi special effects bonanza. Sure. But I don't know. I think that Kodi Ep said it. Sometimes when we keep remaking shit, it's like, can we not remake it and remake every movie? Can we step back and come up with something unique? I mean, there's a lot of unique movies that come out. Be it if they're good or not good, at least let them try to swing on your own merits. Don't try to copy something else. And you know, I want to say that like they capitalize on a name, you know. And Godzilla versus Kong, sure, it's gonna be a special effects, just gonna have all kinds of shit. But
yeah, well, you know, those movies bring me back. You know, they do.
But I mean,
yeah.
But the new version takes you back, or if you watch the original,
it brings me back to watching the original stuff because you remember they were on all the time, and you know, and it was just like, you know.
We were brought up at an age where Valley of Guanji was cutting edge, weren't we?
Or well, you were watching Godzilla versus Kong on a Saturday afternoon. You know, you got to watch that stuff on different times, so it's like, you know, and so when we look at, you know, I loved that TV show Land of the Giants, which was. If you look at it now, people are like, that is so corny looking. But I like watching Land of the Giants because it's so interesting the way that they did the special effects at the time. But would I want someone to remake that? Heck no. Would I want someone to remake Gilligan's Island? How many times have I seen Gilligan's Island? You know, a bazillion times. Great TV show. Would you want someone to remake that? No. Guess what? Gilligan's Island was fine just the way it was. Let's go back and if I want to watch it, I don't need a new Mary Ann.
If Samuel L. Jackson was in it, maybe.
Oh, Jesus. He's a professor?
I used to watch Land of the Giants. I used to love that show.
Yeah, it was it was a good show. I mean, it didn't last long, maybe a couple seasons.
You can see all the flaws. If you look at it now, you say, oh, yeah. It was all like...
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was. Yeah, I mean, it was. There was so many bad overlays when they were running. You see these people stepping and they're like running up. But I don't know. To me at the time, I was like, "This is neat." And I used to. I swear, every day when I got home from school, as a kid, I remember sitting down and watching Gilligan's Island. I'd get home from school and click on the TV because my dad would be at work. And I could click on, you know, because back in the day, you only had one TV in the house. So you only watched what your dad wanted to watch unless he wasn't in the house. And then you got to watch what you wanted to watch. I'd get that time of Gilligan's Island, you know, in that afternoon, or what was that one where that guy where he adopted that boy and it had the butler in it?
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
No, Eddie and no, not Eddie. Oh, I know the show.
Because was it
yeah,
Baxter? Bill Baxton? Or no? Bill was his name, and he had that boy, and they had a butler.
Bill Bixby.
Bill Bixby was in it.
Yeah.
And I well, you know, I remember because
Not
Gilligan's Island was on.
But
No.
That what the heck was the name of that?
Little
And that show, for me, that show would come on after Gilligan's Island, and because he adopted the boy, and he had money, he was rich.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot, and I can't remember the name.
Courtship of Eddie's.
Courtship of Eddie's father.
I knew Eddie was in it somewhere.
Yeah. Courtship. Yeah. Thank you, Roger. Courtship of Eddie's father. I used to watch that show, and now,
yeah, so did I.
And that was not exciting. Yeah,
no,
Roger.
But if it was
Roger
right
is
now,
on point all the time.
But you'd watch it. You know what I mean? If you were flipping the channel and you happen to see it, it'll stop you, I think. Because you'll remember back, you know.
Yeah, and it's you know, so it's hey, anybody that's watched us on Wednesday evening or Wednesday's show, Roger, that mug, he is on point.
Yeah,
so,
he is.
Roger's always on it. But Redneck had it too, and I tell you, that's
the monkeys. He's right. He's right. The monkeys.
Yep. So yeah.
Does anyone remember on Channel 11? They used to do this thing called Picks. You had to. They would put video games up, and you'd have to call in, and you have to, you know, like you'd have to scream Picks into the phone, and they would like fire, you know. So you'd have to shoot whatever to get points, and you win something.
No,
you don't remember that?
No.
I do. Channel 11. I don't know if you guys have.
I mean, that had to be one of those New York,
which was WPIX, which is you know not to see it's WPIX, and they used to do that. It was great because that's just like when video games were coming out back then, and that's what they did. So all the kids would rush home to be able to play. That was like, you know, yep, WPIX Red. You're right.
Never caught that.
Yep.
Huh. All right, well, let's go ahead. We'll start closing up the show because we're almost at 2 hours, and I want to go ahead and try not to keep us too much over 2 hours. And I will let Kodi up, since he's down on my bottom right. I'll let him go ahead and say anything, and I will put a little image over here. Anything's going on? Anything you would like people to kind of pay attention to or focus on? Or
just to repeat what I said earlier, you know, I think Kodi 19, hang off for now. Obviously, let the builders do their thing. Let the skinners make some skins for it. There are some add-ons out there if you want to go and play with it for the hardcore hobbyists and the guys who treat it as a bit of fun. But for everybody else, just stick with your 18.9 for now, and it's still consider Kodi 19 in beta form. But that being said, if you do want to play around with it, there are some cracking add-ons out there, and they are a lot quicker. And I would just like to say, Kodi is back for sure. So watch the space.
And watch out. So yeah, he's got his website. Definitely check that out. Mr. Noir, Nutter from New York, or from Nutter from UK.
Yeah, also, yeah, again, like what Kodi Apps said, just hang back. You don't need to like jump, because Kodi 18 is going to be solid for ages until everyone gets their act together and gets to work going, because it's not an easy task. Move on to Python 3 and all this for people, so it's going to take a while. So yeah, there's no need to jump yet. But yeah, like you said, there are some good add-ons out there. You got Oath. I think is Serum working online.
Serum's working, yeah.
Serum's working, yeah. And because you've got your 60% of porn. So it's all good.
Priorities, sir. Priorities.
Stream Army, Nemsy's got his stuff working.
Yeah, he's on point for sure.
So yeah, there's stuff there. But if you're not happy just using add-ons and you want to use builds, then just hold fire for a bit, because the builds are gonna have to adapt.
All right. Mr. Albin, anything you want to mention before we go?
Thanks for having me. Great seeing you, Kodi Apps and Noir and Blue.
Thank you.
You guys are right. Stay out of 19 right now, unless you're dev. Let these guys work on it instead of pestering them with problems. They're good at what they do. Let's hang back, let them work on it. Wait till like 19.5, 19.6, and then jump into it. Everything will be ready for you. Why go crazy yourself? Thanks for having me, Blue. Thanks everyone out there on the side chat. Good seeing you all. And we'll see you guys on Wednesday and next Friday.
Wednesday, which is the Harry Potter and the Deathly Weapons, which you guys are gonna have to find the link for that, because it's on the internet database. It's not on a movie.
Yeah.
And Albin picked Dark Watchers for next Wednesday. So, and I don't know if Blue is still putting her bed together. And she is. So she's let's see, Paul Green, let's see, thank God Kodi died with 18. We're going back underground. Don't tell the groups we're back. Todd Defense running a group with no builds. I try to help in a lot of places, but the problem is YouTube or Facebook is just so picky. But hey, Paul, we can figure out something. We can figure out some groups or something. But definitely, Paul, you need to join me on Telegram. I'm all over Telegram. So yeah, we'll see what happens with all that.
Don't do Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook is just really, and I know a lot of groups have gotten shut down. So
that's how we got shut. That's how we got letters.
Yeah, it's just difficult. And Canuck Gal did not join us today. Hopefully she'll join us next week.
Yeah.
Just saying. So, all right. So I want to thank everyone that's been on the panel. Kodi Apps, thanks for joining me. Noir, thanks for joining me. Albin, and my bride, Blue, who is busy putting a bed together and having dinner. And hopefully Blue's Corner has some. Well, I'll keep bugging her, and she's going to hate me. So we'll have something that's interesting there. But I can't reiterate what the guys already said about hold off on 19. And I said in the video that I said, is Matrix, is it ready? Is it for you? And I asked these questions. Are you a person that likes a puzzle? Are you a person that doesn't mind installing and uninstalling stuff? Are you a person that's comfortable looking at a Kodi log? Are you a person that doesn't mind looking through the forums and reading and trying to solve a problem? If you're one of those type of people and you don't mind being on the cutting edge, sure, 19 might be for you. Every bit of content's not going to be right there for you, spoon-fed, but you'll be able to find it by, a little bit of puzzle, putting it all pieces together. Yeah. If you're that type of person, sure, 19 might be for you. If not, why create frustration and create waste of time and maybe frustration from your family? Because if you're a married man, there was nothing worse that when your bride wanted to watch, and you were the expert in the house as a streaming person, you're the expert, and your bride wants to watch the Housewives of Hollywood or whatever, it's the new season. I'm ready to watch my show because it just came out last night. And she says, I want to watch my show, and you can't find it. Nothing worse, because she says, that's why I hate cutting the cord. That was the kind of, if you don't want that kind of stuff, stick to 18.9. Stick to it. It's going to work for a long time. It's not going away. Just because 19's out, 18 doesn't stop working. So stick to that. Save yourself some headache. As we talked about in the earlier in the show, install a fork if you want. Install a 19 fork, or install 19 from the Play Store, and then install. And hold on, I got to mute. And then install the fork of your Kodi 18 that you're going to use, and make that your daily driver, as some people talked about. So, yeah, just be careful, folks. I mean, don't create more headache than you need to. And that's all I've got. Look for me on Cocoscope. Look for me on YouTube, Telegram, and Reddit. Give me some love on Reddit, because I don't want so much hate on Reddit. So I will continue to try to post some stuff, try to educate you guys, teach you guys, and hey, we're gonna have a good show. See you on Wednesday, and as always,